Hey there. Can you hear that? Switch this around. Hey, Mr. Y. I'm gonna put this up here. Can you guys hear that? Can you hear that rumble coming through? Very nice. I'm on the lee side of the breakwater here in Dana Point. It's a very leisurely day. Let's have a look-see what all the folks are doing. Here's some people floating by. Someone in a kayak there. There's a couple of divers over there. One guy just caught an octopus. I heard him say, "Hey, I got a taco." So I haven't. That's a word from Japan. That's along the bluffs up there. That's where I teach people. I teach my students how to back up. There's a nice, big, wide street up there. Hi there, Will. Oh boy. Let's see, I'm feeling inspired to go for the ocean swim too. You should go, Sam. It's nice. Perfect weather too, especially the next several days of 90-degree weather. Indeed. See the divers over there? Let's go look over the top, shall we? Leave this behind. Let's see if I can get it without falling down. All the way across. Some people floating by. Family, a father and a daughter out. Here comes a sailboat. Some fishermen over there. So, I made this video, I started the camera for a reason. I wanted to talk about something that one of you had said about the other day when we were talking about death and how soon it will be here and how permanent and everlasting it seems to be, and how fleeting the moments are. I mean, take this couple down here. They don't seem to be wasting that time, do they? Finding one another, finding some time. Here it comes, a whole fleet of such people coming along. So, someone mentioned that they said that those were scary thoughts. And I was thinking that the reason must be because with time running out, to think such thoughts means that you've got to either do something about it or realize that the time is wasted and lost. So I wonder, so it challenges me to ask myself, am I doing enough? I don't know. Well, for one thing, a lot of my course has already been set, right? So much of what I possibly could do has already either been done or not been done. So there's that. Also, I know that I'm limited, just like now standing upon these shaky rocks. I'm feeling kind of precipitous. So how about you? What do the scary thoughts do in your mind? Do they make you want to do something, or do they make you want to be quiet about it all? Well, there goes that's a charter boat right there. I think they go out to look for whale watching and such, that dolphin boat. Here comes a happy couple. Should I peek over the edge? Let's go peek over the other edge. Not me. You know what this moment reminds me of? It reminds me of that video I made so long ago, Just Live. You know, it's a provoking thought. I remember in that video, I was so profoundly moved by the circumstances around me. The waterfalls, just one waterfall after another. Just the rain coming down, the isolation of the place just provoked me to, there's kind of an effervescence that rose in my heart. And I feel that a little bit now, although it's different. It's more of a social feeling. Seeing all these people having one another. They've got one another. They've got one another. These two women, they have each other. These guys over here, the divers, they have another. There's one over there. There's another over there. These men, they have each other. This couple, they have each other. They have each other. It's important. And it's like I've said, it's the punchline of going alone. That going deep into the wilderness made me realize the importance of having others. That without others, it's all just echoing, our own voices echoing in the wild, echoing in the wind. And even though all of that will be wiped clean in a million years, even, there's the moment of now and the moment of having one another. That's worth something. So, let's step back down. Hello, Kurt. Good to see you. Hi, Christopher Torres. Good to see you, too. Let's see if I can get back down to the water without breaking my neck. Mr. V says, I need people to vent to. I guess that's part of it, too, right? We need one another to, well, they're going to moor the boat on the rocks. I guess we need one another for all kinds of reasons, huh? I had a student today. One of my students, he's only 6 years younger than me. He's 50 years old, from the Philippines, and he had never learned to drive. He didn't need to when he was in the Philippines. Yet now he's here. He's been here 6 months, and he was telling me about even though this is a fantastic place to live, he lives further down there, San Clemente. That's San Clemente down there. That's the in-between area, and then there's Dana Point here. And then Laguna Beach is further up there, the last place I went to make a swim video. And he was telling me how much he misses his people in the Philippines. And even though he has, ostensibly a better life in terms of, material things, it's tough for him to be so far. There's something to that too. I wonder if those that go away to foreign places, how much of a factor that plays in things. I wonder if that's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't go. I mean, why would it, these people go? I mean, all of these people with each other, these two right here, people over there, there's a loner right there. No, there's two people in a boat. And then there's Baby Beach over there with people everywhere. Why would they go to Japan? Maybe that's why I wound up there, because at that time in my life I really didn't have that other thing, and had to build it and make it, and then discover the value of it through the hard work of living. Scary thoughts, I guess. Scary thoughts if we think them. I'm gonna get back down to the water, take another swim. Oh, and thanks for joining me, those of you who did with my video with yesterday with Emily. Wasn't that fun? She told me that if you guys have questions for her, if you send me the questions, she will gladly do another video and with me, and we'll read through and answer the questions. I thought that might be kind of interesting. Mr. V, my mom's family are all in the Philippines and my dad's are all here in America. Now I realize how tough it must have been with for my mom when we first moved here. Let's see, your mom's family are all in the Philippines. So your mom's family, your mom's here, but the family's all there, right? That must have indeed been hard. I guess of course it's a wonderful thing to have good, strong family connections, but I guess it can also be a blessing to not have those. Oh, look at her, she's an older woman with her kayak out here kayaking around and swimming all by herself. Now there's a loner, right? Interesting. I'll bet she would be an outstanding conversationalist. Have something to say about life. I'll bet there's some great life adventures packed in there. In that mind of hers. Where are you? Sam asked. I am in Dana Point Harbor. Every Sunday I teach people how to drive cars. And after my lessons, I try to take a swim when the water's nice. So I came out here to the breakwater, and this is a little spot right here. There's like a sandbar, and they have buoys right here so the boats won't run you over, and you can swim all through here. So I'm gonna swim one more swim. Let's see. And then I'm gonna go home. And Christopher says, I am a first-generation immigrant from Chile to the US. 8 years here already. You never stop missing your family. You just get used to it. I guess so. You know what though, Christopher? I never really missed anybody when I went to Japan, anybody here. I was never really, if you know my story, I don't really have much of a connection here. And my mom and I, on and off again relationship, my brother, two roads diverge in a wood, and I took the one and he took the other, right? So same type of thing. I mean, we'd always be there for each other. So I didn't really miss that, and I didn't really miss the culture, but I guess that is a scary thought. So I started this video to kind of question other people who might think scary thoughts about the challenge, the great life adventure that they want to take and not doing it. And I wound up confronting my own scary thought, which is the realization that I'd never had that foundation, really. And that going off into the world and into the wild was my only choice. First world problem, to be sure, right? Anyway, you're coming from Chile. How do you like it here? What do you think? Do you have any interest in going back? And what about that Chilean coastline? It just goes on forever. How in the world? I would love to. I'm sure there's some interesting social political history about that, about how Chile managed to get the entire, nearly the entire west coast of South America. Same ocean, haha. Yeah, I guess it is the same ocean. What's it like down there? Is the ocean beautiful down there, Christopher? I mean, what is it? How many, is it like 1,500 miles of coastline? Mr. V says, it's much harder in the early 2000s, but with today's technology, I can video call everyone back home. Yeah, I know what you mean. Back in the 90s, when I was in Japan, we'd have to do those long distance calls all the time. I'm gonna go for another swim. That was a tough time. Yeah, I'll switch it around. Like this. There we go. see. Let's see. I'm the first generation immigrant from Chile. Oh yeah, Christopher's story. Same motion, Mr. V. Christopher, I like it a lot, even though these crazy times at some point we had to make a decision in staying in Santiago or move to the US. Too cold to swim here, sadly. Oh, that's too bad, Lee. Jack Dane, that looks cold. It's not, it's really nice. It's actually, it's probably, it's actually nicer than usual. Really nice. Well, everybody, I'm gonna sign off for now. Thanks for joining me for a few minutes. And time to roll up my sleeves, head home, clean up, roll up my sleeves, and begin a week of work. I wish you all the best, and stay safe, but not too safe. Take care, everybody.